Okay guys, I made the changes that we discussed yesterday. I went to a more of a flatter role hierarchy, just one role, and I just want to show you how I implemented this new functionality. So I'm going to go ahead, I'm logged in as a test user. I'm going to go ahead and create a new contact. So by default all the records are private, so my test contact 1. So I'm going to create this record, and by default you can see we create the record, and by default it shares the record with all internal users. So by default, whenever you create a new record, it's always going to be shared with everybody, so everyone will have access to it. So now if I go back to this contact, I can check this box right here, which means make private. Actually, first let's go here and let's do this first just to make sure. My test contact. So I'm going to log in as somebody else, and I'm going to find that test contact. So now I can see that contact. No problem. Alright, so let me get this URL here. So now I'll go back in as that user again. Go back to that contact. Let's see, I'm the owner of it. And now I'm going to go ahead and make this, let's make sure the sharing's still on. So yep, still share with everybody. And then it can delete that they want to there, but I'm going to go back here and I'm going to say make this private. So when I make that private, you can look at the sharing now, and it's not shared with anybody more. It's only that user has access to it. So now if I go back to this here now, I can say, you know, I want to share this with a different group of people. So I want to say share it, and then I say add sharing. Then I can choose the groups. Now I've made a public group here called media group, and I can select that group and give them either read access or read write. I'll give them read write, and I'll save that. So now I see that this public group called media group has read write access to this contact. So now if I log out and log back in as this other user, let's see this right here, this manager. I don't think this manager has access to it. Let's see. So this manager does not have access to it. But if I go out now and look at these groups, I can look at the public group, and I can see that this public group has these two people in it. So now if I go to, let's say, test user 2, if I go to test user 2 and log in as them, now I can go here and I can see this record. So let me know what you think about that. I think that solves the issue that we were talking about yesterday, where essentially, to recap, everything is public when it's created. They check this box to make it private, and then they can share it out to any groups that we create. So that's the demo.